What's up, everybody? It's your boy, For Real Shocker here with the final match of the season of RGBL. If we win this match, we can guarantee our playoffs. If we lose this match, it actually comes down to a certain point of view of the match, which I'll get a little bit detailed here with. But first of all, if you guys can, hit the like button if you haven't already. Subscribe to join the Real Shocker crew today because you'll be filled with the king of the crew. So let's quickly get into this. So if I haven't said already, I'm actually on the verge of making playoffs. However, due to a win in Week 10, our opponent from Week 9, was Clockwork. And Clockwork had to win his Week 10 match. If he lost his Week 10 match, then there was no way he could make playoffs, and I guaranteed the spot. However, he won his Week 10 match. So it comes down to this week. If I win this match against Rid, who we faced last time, who fell prey to Wacomberry Corbinite, I make playoffs. If I lose this matchup, Clockwork has to lose the match in order for me to make playoffs. So it literally comes down to whether I win or whether I lose. So either way, it's very nerve-wracking. But you guys can see, Rid brought the team we were expecting, did bring that Machamp, but he pretty much brought everything else we expected. Did bring the Tangela, though, which is a little interesting, over the Rotom Wash, which is very interesting as well. But did bring Machamp like over Mopako, and I don't remember if I showed on the team builder on having something, but I'm gonna let you guys right now. I believe I had Psychic on the set originally and changed it to Flash Cannon. I changed it to Flash Cannon. You're about to see. Sylveon potentially leading with my Weavile to go for a Swords Dance right out the gate. I was thinking of leading off with my X-Plow, my Rotom. So there were a lot of options to what I could lead here with. So let's see, make sure. Okay. I go ahead. I lead off with my Sylveon here, and it was really funny is that if this player was at front and he went for Stealth Rocks as I Swords Dance, Iron Head could have very which is very interesting. As he's going to go for the Rock Tomb, very interesting tech bring right there. As I'm going to go ahead and just go for a Hyper Voice here. I'm in a way basically sacrificing my streamers here, which means I lose pretty much one of the best answers to Machamp. Now in comes Coco. Coco gets a free Deagling here, potentially of me protecting a switch right there. I'm going to bring in my Bell here, and this is... Oh... This is really... But in comes the tech of Rough Skin, Rocky Helmet, Machamp, and this is where I'm really mad here. I go for the Fire Blast here. Big damage here. So, at this point in the match, we're approaching 15 turns. I'm thinking right now, does he save the Tangle? I clicked to the Skarmory. He probably could have predicted me to go for a Draco Meteor as well as theirs too. So, that's why, as you're going to see, I'm going to go for Fire Blast to potentially catch Skarmory coming in to kill off the Tangle if he brings it in. And I miss. And I'm going to go ahead and stay in here. I guaranteed live the Dazzling Gleam with the range I was at. And we just missed out on a max roll on the Earth Power. Earth Power, I believe at the max it did was 100%. If I had landed that Fire Blast, I would have killed this Coco, and he would not have terrain. So I now have to sack off my Shark, unfortunately, and bring in my Rotom again. And I'm going to go ahead and go for a Thunderbolt here, knock out the Skarmory. I wish I had gone for the Substitute in order to get it up there. As he's going to go into Tanglers, I'm going to click Thunderbolt, do some big damage here. I'm going to skip some turns here. As I go for the sub, he goes for Leashes. I go for the Will-O-Wisp right here, as he is going to go for the Symphysis here. And right here, I really wish I revealed the Hex set. Because if I had Hex right here, I could have been able to 2 KO this thing, but I let it get a free X-Plant. So I got to go for the Boom Burst here, knock out this Tangela here. In comes this Coco again. Coco is going to basically knock me out with a Thunderbolt here. I can't do anything. A bit of a misplay right here. I should not have done the Calm Mind. I should have just attacked the thing instead of Calm Minding right there. I could have gone for a Charge Beam. He goes into this thing. Ism Burn activates. My Rotom's going to come in here. There's no way I win this matchup here. I go for the Thunderbolt. He's going to die and lose his Hawlucha. So we're in this situation where if I didn't change Psychic, Psychic would have been able at +1 to 2-shot Machamp, where I could have hit Machamp, switched out. Or if I had saved it, I was able to 2-shot Machamp as it came in on me. I could have Charge Beam, and I could have Psychic, kill that, and kill that. I would have had that at the back. I could have been semi-more full. Though, and if for anyone click my front of Machamp, if you guys can see here, Machamp has the ability in Guts, which I would assume he was Assault Vest Guts. I would have really assumed that's what his set was. I should have asked him what his set was. That's why I didn't click Thunderbolt. So basically, we're in a situation right now where I have to Thunderbolt here. Hope and I know a lot of people are also thinking why I could have subbed. I don't think I would have had enough HP at that last turn to sub right there. So it comes down to this: if I Thunderbolt and Para here, I do give him guts. But if I can Para him, it gives me a roll in order to knock him out on the next turn. So we're gonna go for the Thunderbolt. Hope to get the Para. Don't get the Para, and that's gonna seal the game. And it's over. We lose, which means it now means that we need Clock to lose his match. If Clock loses, I'm still guaranteed playoffs. If Clock wins, then we are officially out of playoffs. Also, this is something I will address real quick. And Drake, I don't know if you watch it, but anyone else that's a commissioner out here, big strong advice. Never say playoffs are on the line. I'm pretty sure Rid was already locked in for playoffs, I think. But I technically was on the line here for playoffs, so quote a little bit of a hint of advice to any other commissioners that may watch my videos or to anyone that wants to be a commissioner. Never mention playoffs on the line. Because what I think a lot of people don't understand is that adds a stress level during the match. And some people are going to make mistakes. Like, I don't think I made any mistakes this matchup. I mean, I made one miss, and luckily the game was pretty much clean, except for the one miss, which I think it kind of bounced out some things. I don't know. But, I made the one thing that cost me, though, in all honesty, the one thing that cost me was not bringing Psychic. If I had brought Psychic, I could have been able to handle Machamp better. I could have charge beamed on the turn Coco dies. I Psychic into Lucha, and I could have saved potentially my Chomp. I could have saved my Exploud, even though Exploud was going to die. I'm pretty sure Exploud was already faster. Because this probably was no speed Machamp. If I'm going to be honest, because he had Rock Tomb. So, yeah, but also, again, don't mention playoffs on the line right at the beginning of a battle. That's really bad doing as a commissioner standpoint because you're going to stress the player out. But in this game, bad prep was on me there for the Bronzong by switching out that Psychic. I was just partially more worried about Morpeko over Machamp, even though I knew Machamp was a monster versus me. So, sure, then I should have probably had brought in maybe my Rotom and run sub again. I think everything we had was good. I just don't think at points probably didn't play it the best I could. Probably not bringing Choice Scarf on Xcloud was a bit of a mistake there because then I could have been able to be faster than Coco and I could have just been spamming X Boom Burst. So that's also partial. Like there was some partial mistake prep on my end that I could have fixed, but also the miss really because then he loses his in this video because I've actually seen the results. Clockwork won his Week 11 game 1-0 in a very close fashion. So that with a heavy heart tells you this, that we, by a game, not differential, because my differential if I finished was 5 and 6 plus 6. He had -5 or -6, and he gets to go to playoffs because he has a better. Which again, I think record does stand more than differential. But when you have a player with differential and record, that doesn't work. But yeah, we are sadly done for the season. By one game, we are knocked out of playoffs. So very, very unfortunate there. But you know, it's people want their system and how they want to do theirs. But do expect a draft recap because there are some major MVPs I want to talk about in this season that we had. And just talk about our team in general. But that's going to be it for me, guys. Leave a like, comment, share, subscribe. Join the First Rock Crew today because you feel them with the king of the crew. But with that, guys, I'll see you in the next video. Until next time, guys, I'm Phil Shocker, the 96 Hedgehog.
Peace.